It's been an extraordinary 2 days, and I really thank you all for your staying through it, of those who participated and spoke for what they said, the organizations who sponsored it, and those who did incredible work making it happen. It has been a remarkable 2 days, but Reverend Haynes called me this morning to say, we're not done yet. This is the first step. We're going to get together again in a week and talk about both an assessment of what we've done, but also the next steps that we move forward. We are not done with Congress. We are not done with local state assemblies. We're not done with challenging threats to free speech. We're not done moving this issue forward. There are lives at stake. It should not have taken this long. It still is going to take longer, and every day more dead, every day more anger, every day more hurt and pain, and it should not have taken this long. But we're on the path right now, and we're not getting off. I just want to repeat one thing I said earlier, and that is that as we move forward, think about how we say what we say, and think about the impact that it has. I remember reading a book, The God That Failed. It was a story of folks who'd been in the Communist Party and left, and why they left. And one of them is Richard Wright, who is an extraordinary writer. Writes about how he used to subscribe to a magazine, and the faces were like this, marching with fists up and stuff. And his mom couldn't read, and he used to hide the magazine under his mattress. One day his mom found the magazine. It wasn't pornographic. It was angry marchers. And his mom said, "What's wrong with these people? Veins bursting out of their necks, eyes bulging out of their heads. They're so unhappy." And he said, it hit him then that they were not reaching people, the people that they should be reaching, because the image was of being angry, of not being well. And so when I said earlier this morning about tempering speech, about thinking about what you say and being inclusive and welcoming people, bringing people to you, not rejecting them and forcing them away from you, I meant that. I meant that. That's what was so you listen to a speech by Martin Luther King today, and you're drawn in. You listen to Reverend Jackson in '84 and '88 and other speeches he gave, you're drawn to him. I'll never forget the Democratic Convention in '84 standing behind you as you gave that acceptance speech and looking at the faces of the people, folks who would not have supported you in the world, but standing and cheering because you spoke to their hearts and you won them over. We have to win people over. That's so important. So I thank you all for being here, and we will be back again until this is done. And after ceasefire, we're not done. But first we get the ceasefire, then we get aid fixed, then we get the military assistance fixed, then we protect free speech, then we protect the rights of Americans to protest in any form on these issues, and then we have more to do because peace is not yet. Thank you.
Let me end this by first thanking Reverend Jackson and yourself, Bobby, Sister Gold, and Jim, and those guys that pulled us together. Did an outstanding job. I also want to thank the volunteers and the security. Guys, we really appreciate you all and the time you all spent working with us.
And Bobby Lewis, who did an incredible job keeping us all together. Thank you, sir.
Steph, stand up so people can see you. I also want to say, for me, the great experience coming out of this has been meeting you all. You all are wonderful, wonderful, wonderful people. And I hope you take the time to meet each other. We used to open up our broadcast at my church with a song, say, "What a fellowship, what a joy divine." That's my experience here. I want you to know that you all are actually the chosen people. That you all are the people that that Dr. King talked about when he talked about a beloved community. You all are the people that Jesus talked about when he talked about the pure in heart, when he talked about the peacemakers, when he talked about those who mourn, when he talked about the children of God. And he gave those people, that crowd, his crowd, an assignment. And that assignment is to make earth as it is in heaven. Be it like on earth as it is in heaven. Our assignment is to occupy until he comes and to make this a better world. We are the army and the children of the living God. And our mandate is to protect those who cannot protect themselves. That's what we're called to do. That's the only way we qualify to go to heaven. You have to be accountable. You don't go to heaven because you're cute. No, you go to heaven because you fulfill an assignment that you are accountable for. And there are basic questions that you are asked when you get there. One is, did you feed the hungry? One is, did you clothe the naked? One is, did you protect and visit the people in prison? And until those things are checked off, there's no guarantee that you will stay. That's what the book says. And so I say to us, and I challenge you, Jim, that you take the convening committee and turn it into a strategy committee. And we do this maybe once a month. We come together because there are more issues that need to be dealt with. We're trying to save a planet, y'all. We're not just trying to save a people. We're trying to save a planet. So there are other issues to be dealt with, the environmental issue, the health issue, the education of children. What is this generation going to look like? The climate. You almost can't go outside without it being a tornado or a hurricane or a flood or an earthquake. And if nobody's going, if it's going to be dealt with, who's going to deal with it unless we deal with it? If not us, then who? So my challenge is we institutionalize this, come together at least once a month, look at the critical issues, and design a strategy by in which we can deal with this. Like I say, you are the chosen people. Not saying other folk ain't chosen, but know that you are absolutely chosen and chosen and on assignment. Reverend Jackson, I want to thank you for your vision and your tenacity and for you picking up on the mantle of Dr. King, who this was his dream, this was his calling, and he paid the ultimate price for it. I want to thank the next generation, like Yusuf, like Santita, for picking up on that tradition. And Sky, and let's take this position to the next generation and let them understand that assignment, and we can share our experience and our energy, take advantage of their energy. And ultimately, I want to thank you all for being great people, for loving other people than yourselves, for assuming the responsibility for their lives and not just living a comfortable life for your life and being who Jesus called. Blessed, for they that mourn. Blessed, the pure in heart, because that's the only way you can see God. The only way you see God is if you are pure. If you are pure, then you project that out and you see God in every man, in every woman, and every man becomes your brother and your sister. And so I want to thank you all for being who you are and look forward to us getting together again. Ashe?
With us. I was in Detroit yesterday celebrating Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King's birthday. Reverend Jackson, Daddy, and a song came to me that I wanted to share a little bit of with you today. To dream the impossible dream, to fight the unbeatable foe, to bear with unbearable sorrow, to run where the brave dare not go, to right the unrightable wrong, to love pure and chaste from afar, to try when your arms are too weary to reach the unreachable star. This is our quest, to follow that star, no matter how hopeless, no matter how far, to fight for the right without question or pause, to be willing to march into hell for that heavenly cause. And I know if I'll only be true to that glorious quest, then my heart will lie peaceful and calm when we're laid to our rest, and the world will be better for this, that each man and woman, scorned and covered with scars, still tried with your last ounce of courage to dream, to reach the unreachable star. We shall overcome. Together, everybody. We shall Let's join hands together. We shall overcome someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. We shall all be free. We shall all be free. We
shall all be free. We shall all be free someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome.
All God's children together.
All God's children together. All God's children together. All God's children together someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday.
Amen. God bless you, everybody. See you here next Saturday.